ድምፀይ ይስማዕ ኣሎ ዶ? እታ ከይተውፀአኒ ጥራሕ ብቐዳማይ ወፂኣትኒ ነይራ እንደ ሓደ ብሓደ ክንጀምር ዶ መቑርተይ ወይስ ኣለኹም ኢኹም? ድምፀይ ይስማዕ ኣሎ ዶ? ይስማዕ ይባተ ድምፂ ኳሊቲ ኸ ከመይ ኣሎ? ኳሊቲ ራእየለይ እስቲ እዚ ሓንቲ ሞባይል ኣላ እንዳ ግን ድንዝዝ ኢላ ብዙሕ ይረአየኒ ዘሎና ኳሊቲ ከመይ ኣሎ ባንጎርኒ ኳሊቲ ከመይ ኣሎ ድሓን ኣሎ እዚ ፀወታ ምስ ኣተና ንፈትኖ ሞ ዘይኮይኖ ሃይ ተገር የመስመር ከይኣብየኒ እምበር ኣለኹ ይፅበየኩም ከለኹ ሓደ ብሓደ ደሞ ንፈትን ስጋዕ ዝመፁ ሕጂ ደሓን ኣሎ መስለኒ ብካሊእ ብናይ ጆን ይሪኢ ኣለኹ ደሓን ኣሎ እቲ ኳሊቲ ግን ደሓን ፀወታ ምስ ኣተና ንፈትና እሞ ሕጂ ደሓን ኣሎ መስለኒ ብካሊእ ብናይ ጆን ይሪኢ ኣለኹ ደሓን ኣሎ እቲ ኳሊቲ ፀወታ ምስ ኣተና ንፈትና እሞ
منو عذري عطيله من تشارجر بين بدي ارسل لي مثل دايري كان يوسف
ሓደ ሰብ ተሪፉ ኣሎ ዝኣቱሎ ዲ ወይስ ከመይ ክንገብራ ኢና እሺ ስታርት በላ በቃ ጀምሮ መሆኑን ክጅምራ ነው حدا سب تاريخ له زين. ما أكل ده كنت أجي من يلا أنا هاتي تصوت كم بزح أكونت يا كالأيت أكونت يا زين. يوم كل خالة بتلي بزح يبلون. الجوناس قبل تمكن خال خقدع كامر.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Thanks for that, Peter, and may I say a big hello to everyone.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. Well, we're on the way. Well, they do call it the beautiful game, and the man we see before us now personifies all that is good. He is known as
though the game was made for him.
Voted the greatest player of the 20th century, but he is so much more than just that. He is a symbol of charisma, of leadership, of sportsmanship. He is the one and only Pelé.
He could be in here.
Oh, good determined running there, but what part of this?
It's admirable, but ultimately he didn't know when to look for support.
Owen! Great build-up. Deserves a better ending.
Yeah, the ball in there was simply superb. He won't be too happy that it's gone to waste like that.
And we have our very first corner. He gets... Oh, crossbar! No, he didn't quite meet it right. Pele. To play. Good vision. And well, it is. Oh, good-looking ball. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, defence on the other. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that, really stopped it.
For options, for movement, and he's intervened well there. It's Park Ji-sung. Now it's Luis Suarez. And that could set him on his way. The third of the match, about's gone, and we still await the first goal. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Oh, now, that's rather hopeful. And that is doing no harm at all.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required for counter-attack.
It nicked away. Nicely weighted ball. Corner then. It's their second corner of the game. Lam gets it away. He slings it in. And a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Shevchenko. And it's Shevchenko. Can he finish? Oh, Barcelona! Barcelona are in front. It looked as though it'd gone too wide. He wasn't having that, though, and somehow he found the angle.
Peter, you have to have a certain imagination to produce the incredible, and that was incredible. Be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be called.
Shoots! Is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Pele gets into some space. That's tidy. Plenty to aim at here. Kagawa. Lovely pass. Now it's Chiesa. To the left flank. Now Luis Suarez. Shin to... And that'll be the final action of the first half. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead, and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Well, let's not beat a bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about. So an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
الجهاز سريع خير ممكن خال كم يحلي فيهم.
Substitutions taking place.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
To play it through. And this is Owen. Big header. Attempt, just the wrong outcome.
Yeah, it's good movement, though. A bit unlucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
All clear. Now it's Chiesa. Chiesa. Shot a goal! Played into space. And this is Owen. Chiesa. Stand firm and defend it. Right. Your impression so far, Jim?
Look, they may be one down, but they're not shying away. Time is on their side, and they're set on using it.
Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Cruyff powering forward here. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Tries to pass it through. Great ball if he can get there.
Well, it's definitely attitude and application. They've got to...
An irresistible, impressible look about them.
Well, the question is to sustain it.
And the shot has fallen kindly here. Things starting to look very comfortable.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
It's loose now and they want to get it back. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given penalty. And that really is what they wanted to do. The chance to pull further clear. You like, and they're running away with it. Not a touch, not a...
That's calm for you. Nothing is going to...
Guys, okay.
A case now of complete control.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to and will continue to do out of it.
Oh, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Well, it just petered out. No penetration at all, having had a great deal of the ball. Suarez unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And he cuts out the supply. Shalhanoglu, and it's Kagawa. Can he get it through? Well, momentarily the situation was perilous, but his alertness has saved the day.
If you were looking at the shopping list of what you need in a top defender, that's it.
Now it's Chiesa, now it's Dumfries. Plays a sharp little ball here. Oh, super ball! That's a sharp pass. Goes for the shot! Keeper's not concerned by that. Kagawa. Now Dumfries. Oh, this looks sharp. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Koeman, whip. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Well, that was thrilling. A game of champs and chumps. The winners were so good at times. A side that can and will trouble more or less everyone. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Looking pretty lethargic and...
Defense okay, وشجر لنا أنا. Pemirsa kagak di pihak ada maka soal kai. Kabiam zalau satu sangka kos. Rasa satu zalau. Ini soal masuk. بتاكل محلاك اللي يبون ناري خير ستين ألف بقى كمية سريحة مو زي كو عشرة رهيب كيف تسأل بس حاجة بس أنا جا أمسك عليه بس هنا خا أنا ودي أخا حجي والله هذه هاكا بيت مقابرة زي أحسن جامرست بير إنه لو دزي مساي زرلو سالف خامي على ستارت
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and I'm joined in the commentary box by the familiar figure of Jim Beglin. Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
There's the whistle.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide end running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have those balls the attack onto, while at the same time maintain his overall shape by
Well, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
You can never be too safe with someone like him around. They got away with that.
Chiesa, and he's picked it up out. Can he finish? Picked out Brink. Oh, shooting chance! And he's done it! There is the breakthrough. One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to finance when it's applied like.
Botafogo are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise to resort to this stage. There's plenty of time left yet. Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting...
Goes for the shot! And we have our very first corner. And now they can spring out of defence. Not the best from the... Koeman. Vieira. And it's Roberto Carlos. And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, good steal. He just... Chiesa.
That's good play for...
Oh no, no circumventing this opponent. Pele can see things others simply cannot. 15 minutes till half-time. Pele. Looking for options for movement. And this is Luis Suarez. He's having a shot! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
Yeah, it's good movement though. Lucky he couldn't actually steer it goalwards.
Showing great feet there. Scott and intercepts. Lahm. Well seen. Saw that.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And it's...
But only have no need to panic. They can reassess at half-time.
He came in hard, very hard. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loved contact. Here's someone with real dynamite in his boots.
There will be one
Xavi Alonso.
at a time.
Defending was strong and firm. Half-time whistle goes. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only...
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
Here we go again then.
Botafogo can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
That's good running with the ball. Stood up well to him there. Lahm is looking to influence the game from out wide. Scholes plays a sharp little ball here. Looks across and plays it in. And that interception was most necessary. And the finish! It's in! Botafogo back on level terms! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Botafogo grab the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Zanetti. And it's Luis Suarez. Vieira. Xavi Alonso. Botafogo can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Cruyff looking to be a menace in the final third. Vieira. Luis Suarez. Saliba cuts out the pass. Vieira. Ambitious ball here. Well read, nice interception. Zanetti. And it's Neymar. Well, that's beautifully weighted.
Botafogo really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Cruyff. Zanetti plays it forward. This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
That's a good ball. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Now this could be a pivotal moment. Dying minutes, free kick, great position. Shevchenko! It's run loose, who's going to get there?
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Now that's well seen too. Scholes.
There will be 1
Oh,
minute
good
added
read.
time.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And there goes the final whistle. Well, nothing to separate the sides in the end, not for the want of desire, drive or determination. No complaints. Pele claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument.
This is a lost children's announcement.
Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, neither side could get over the line here. Perhaps one team might be happier, but at the final reckoning, it's honours even and no complaints.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to win.
Da kus خلوا da شو عارف بس da كنا كجبرو شو عصرت منكم بس هلا شو عارف الجوناس بل هجي حجي صبغت أنحكم زمساعة أنحى من مساعة أنحى سامع سامع أنا كنت قد عرفت ممكن خال قطية وأمس بزح زي
Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin. Thanks for that, Peter. Hi, everyone. The excitement has really picked up now, and I'm eager for the action to start.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform.
So we're up and running.
It appears to be a 4-4-2 formation, Jim.
Well, the modern version of that is a lot more fluid and flexible than in bygone times. There's a much greater understanding of the need for players to cover forward running, and it enables risk-taking while the gaps are filled. I'm very much a fan of it. There are a lot of people who seem to have kind of ignored it and just put it to bed, but it still works, it's still valid, and I think we're going to see it be successful here.
He is through here.
Chiesa!
Good try. The outcome could so easily have been different.
Well, that's confidence for you. Distance doesn't even bother him.
Neymar. That's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Suarez providing an outlet on that flank. Khan deals with that nice and simple. Oh, easy pickings there. And here's Suarez. Now it's Owen. He's having a go. He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. That's a half-decent try.
I think his face smacks of disbelief as opposed to disappointment. He thought he was about to score.
Still goalless. That's a good run down the left. Pele can so cleverly bypass the press. Well, we all know of Johan Cruyff as the father of total football, but what can we expect from him on the pitch, Jim?
He'll be the conductor, Peter, making sure that his team create space and make good use of it. I expect him to be running the show and adding a touch of class to proceedings.
Yeah, winning with style, and that's what he has always been about.
Always.
Decent chance! And he can clear it away. That has ended up in no man's land. And he's picked out the run. That has not gone well. Spread out to the left. And it's Cruyff. No, he wasn't going to be fooled. Well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Owen. Owen finds himself offside. Now it's Pele, played out wide. He's had a shot! Oh, full marks for that effort.
Yep, certainly could have been something so much more.
It's like
Vieira. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Neymar, excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now it's Pele. Now it's Shevchenko. Now it's Chiesa. Lam is one whose deliveries we all know about. Luis Suarez. Bellingham. And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So we reach the halfway point, and neither side have yet been able to force the issue. It's 0-0.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 22, Donadoni. Coming on the field is number 25, Mateu.
There's the start of the second half. So the first half brought no goals. Now it's Luis Suarez. Bellingham.
We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Oh, such a clever touch. And he's in on goal. It's Neymar! And for a moment, time stood still.
Well, it wasn't the best pass, was it? The apologetic look says it all, really. He knows he could have got his team in real trouble then.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first. That'll be a throw-in. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. Good play on the left-hand side here. He's picked his way through. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
Neymar is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot. Just about up to the hour now. And still, we await the first breakthrough. Pele will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Pele, and that's a good ball. Pele is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And he cuts out the supply. Koeman, looking for options for movement. And the shot! Oh, what about that? Save the best for last! Gorgeous, just gorgeous.
That was magnificent. The way he cut it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
Barcelona have penetrated for the first time.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsalvageable.
And the shot! Oh, that's incredible! You just know there is no stopping that.
I think he's even surprised himself, Peter, in how well he caught that.
After 71 minutes is number 10.
Barcelona are doing very nicely, thank you.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
Maldini. Knocks it into space. He's shifting through the gears here. That'll be a corner. And it's hoisted clear. He's going for goal! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
Well, it wasn't to be this time, but that should add to his level of confidence, something they can really do with at the moment.
Neymar. Mateus. And he's managed to get free. Pele. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. And once more he proves rigid and robust. And it's Timber. Bellingham. Bellingham on a strong run down the right. And that's gone loose. Now it's Neymar. Mateus. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Tries to pass it through. That looks a good ball through. And he's made sure that's not getting through.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Vieira. Confirmation that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. And that will be it. Well, that was a frustrating game. They were, at times, cohesive, very capable, but undone by an opponent who simply did a better job. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, there was a distinct lack of clarity or commitment in everything the players were trying to do. Look.
اوكي انت ናይ መወዳእታ ንፃወት እሞ 1v1 ፀወቱ ዲኹም 1v1 ሸና መስለኒ ክልፈቲ ናስምሳ ሓደ ብሓደ ሰብ ኣትሎ ርአስ ሓደ ኣትሎ ሰብጅ ይወኒ ኣትሎ ሓደ ሰብ ወስኸና ማለት በቃ ሰው ለከ ጀመረ ነው ودي أعمل سبسكرايب أصلا صورته ثلاثة ساعات كنا هذا النوع رقماتي بين كم إلى ما يبقى أسمع ساعتي أقول حامي أنا برمسها قول تعال صبوا صوتنا شو غيروا بالله مودعته قد ما عرفت تري كمي يلا صوتنا هذا حاجة 7 نالو ستارت سري يلا صوتنا زي أكن دقمين وحاك النتورك انتاي مجمر أبيكو سحج جمر تخونت بكيت ملسنا أطرح بعطيه أنا يمشد حاني حجي حيش اللون دي لك هتحرش أقل حاني ويوس أو تين وسيكون عيد الرئيس هم ذلهم مسلم كهوين متوقع بينارلو بكم ودي متى أبينا لا صغام شو وصيها صغاري هوصيها رأينا لما جمار أبلو تعالى هذا سوى لايك الناس ما بدانياته وينو ماني موت السعرة مزوج صوت حن صوتها عمل دخل قبل نمبر نقول رم حن صوتها صوت مسؤول بس زيادة أبياتنا مالتي رأيت ملسانا لا طال حجة كلتها بغلتها نفتن يا كم فتان حن كلتها بغلتها كلتها بغلتها يساري حاوكا أصوب حد سوي سو أبيع واحد بيوان أتو بق أي أتو كي قدموا هذا أمبر تزيكوني يوني أتو انت ada wifi di kamar atau abi noise tay مسمار دي أتو ليكم تزيكوين ديفيجن كصوت أتي خانن كاس بل كاس بل ممكن خير أيام جن بزير كني صوتك تسعر كافتي ناي ديفيجن حجر أحمد قبني نمبر ديفيد دي هات وصل كوكي فتن الله قرلش حليفنا بزحلف جميرة هلال أعطاه مكلفة كيف علو.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. Hello, everybody. Ready to see what unfolds in this one now.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
There's the whistle. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, this guy, Caicedo, really is the definition of the word tireless. One of the best defensive midfielders around, and he does have a constant desire to get forward and contribute to the attack. He can add some energy and dynamism to that. But what he's really, truly brilliant at is stopping the opposition and disrupting their plans. And he will be a big, big factor in trying to do that here.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him.
And here's Forlan, and that's gone loose. Luis Suarez. Botafogo finding their passes. Saliba, and it's Caicedo. Kagawa. And no, that was never going to make it.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
And he's well, and he shoots!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Kagawa. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation, no more, no less.
Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And here's Forlan. Saliba spots it and intercepts. Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And this is Luis Suarez. Suarez unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. De Bruyne can see things others simply cannot. Vieira. Neymar. Now it's Forlan. Couldn't squeeze it through. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that's really well manoeuvred. Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Scholes. Van Basten. And it's Van Basten. Now it's Luis Suarez. It's Xabi Alonso. De Bruyne. And this is Luis Suarez. Can he get on the end of it? And the shot! And the half-time whistle goes. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I wouldn't say it was the most potent performance, Peter, but defensively, very composed. The scoreline might still be 0-0, but I'm expecting things to open up a bit more in this second half.
So, both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Botafogo clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Oh, this is chance! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
A 1-0 lead established.
Look, he's the one everyone
And a chance! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
And he's had a hit! It's their second corner of the game. Big header! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Dumfries gets it clear. Forlan tries to clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. No way through there. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case.
Botafogo have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Looking for the run.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
And the shot! Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it.
Batistuta really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
He's going for goal! Now he wants to get in on the act here.
Well, the breakthrough hasn't come yet, Peter, but you do feel they're upping the ante here. They'll get the reward if they can stick at this.
And he's had it nicked away. Van Basten, well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Aimed beyond the defence. That's an excellent interception.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Shot, surely! And yes, it's there! Dying minutes, and we're all square again. Well, was he ever going to miss that? Of course he wasn't.
Well, the defence were being far too casual there, Peter. Far too slow to switch on to the danger. That's the kind of thing that makes managers go crazy.
All square again into the dying minutes.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. OK, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Nicely shaped ball. That's been cut out, well played.
Well, they shouldn't be dawdling at this stage. They need to get the ball in the mixer and quickly.
Can he get it through? And that will be it. A draw and a highly unpredictable one. Fair share of momentum shifts. Highly entertaining until the very end. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Botafogo certainly had some good moments.
مسمر حامي اكسترا زي قبر لك خوينا حج قبر لك خوينا كارك جيم مسمر برح ما اطنح ناتي صغار على كيم كاني لكن كان لا قلت انا حماق خوينا بس نص قال حماق ناتي رأندا زي ديفيجن كم يعلو ديفيجن أنا حجي مسمار صار حلي صبغ يردو بجو عسر شو عتوين على هو يأكلي أبز إلى أبز ديفيجن برك بحالي برانيا كم برا قول كي فرط الله نوفي كندي أوصل له كل تادي تحدث نمينه تقدر رخي بوس كفتنا أدلي كفتنا بيا مسمار صار حلا ده اللو ديم ده يتعلم ده صحفه كذا يرجع يصحفه قال يا يتصاوت من جهاز من نورمال زي لص إلى يمزري قال يا كذا يمناتنا تجهل يا اللو ديم كذا يمناتنا بقى جنبيرن ده زيادة هرزي أمس أوتنا تهرليو
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
There's the whistle, and here we go. According to what we've been told, this is how it looks. It's a 4-3-3.
Yes, and the importance of this formation is not to allow the midfield three and the attacking three to become too detached from one another. If that happens, then pressure can quickly be applied via the...
Luis Suarez, and he shoots! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. Yeah, that's really well played, Peter. It's very, very simple. The ball through to him was just beautifully measured.
Number 10, Luis Suarez.
So, a breakthrough already. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Now it's Palmer. Looking for the run. And that has been cut short. Barcelona looking to pass their way through. And it's made its way to him. Caught offside that time.
Amorim.
Great defending, strong and determined. Now that looks a decent ball. Van Basten, played out wide. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Played out to the right. And the pass is intercepted. And here's Van Basten. That's a lovely, neat pass. And this is Luis Suarez. Cannavaro makes the interception. There will be a throw-in. And that's definitely not his best. Now he's got space here. Suarez is in a really good position out wide. Havertz. And it's Kaka. That's really well manoeuvred. Tries to pass it through. Suarez has it out wide and in space. Tries a shot! He's got a goal! A two-goal lead and they're firmly in control. The invitation was clear and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Well, that's really well played, Peter. You have to appreciate the simplicity of it all. A killer pass, perfectly delivered.
ada يصح في أرض المزحكم.
Botafogo are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
You can really sense how important this goal was for them. They needed it, now they have it.
Xavi Alonso, can he get it through? Now it's De Bruyne. He is through here. He's had a shot! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, he looked pretty much unstoppable there. The only thing missing was the finish, of course.
He's had it taken off him. De Bruyne can so cleverly bypass the press. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Palmer. Can he get on the end of this? Timber. Scholes. Kaka.
Added minutes has been indicated.
Quality ball. Havertz. And it's Palmer. And the first 45 minutes are up. So your views on the first half?
Botafogo certainly can feel happy about how things have gone, but now isn't the time to take their foot off the pedal. They need to keep pushing, keep imposing, don't leave the door open for the opposition.
Botafogo sitting pretty here at half-time, 2-0 up.
تسعركو هاكو متسعري قلبت ديفيجن حداكو بس حني رقم تملس
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 22, Palmer. Number 97.
Here we go again then.
Number 29, Kai Havertz.
Now it's De Bruyne.
Number 6.
Can he latch on to this?
Coming on the field.
Bassi.
Number 13.
Now João Neves. Oh, terrible pass. Oh, it's Luis Suarez! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are tearing the opposition apart here. Simply breathtaking stuff. That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
رئيس وارز حقه تمناته بس حيكون أتيجن نتورك قلته فلوس يبلع نمبر فلوس تبع
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 1, Kaká.
Barcelona can make their change now with a break in play.
Well, he can certainly make his side a lot more unpredictable, Peter. You know, he has a very good eye for a pass and a tricky one at that.
Botafogo find a position of real strength now. De Bruyne! He's kept it out just.
De Bruyne clearly felt that distance wasn't an issue, but maybe there were better options for him there. Botafogo are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
Foden. Oh, that's a clever looking ball. And he gets rid in a hurry. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Xabi Alonso, who does have an assist to his name. João Neves. There's the shot! And the keeper threw out a limb.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
And he plays one through. It's Van Basten! And that is a truly outstanding save.
I'm not sure what happened there, Peter. Did he get caught admiring his own first touch, maybe? Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Chance! That is decidedly lacking.
Rijkaard really reacted very quickly there, but couldn't quite find the finish he needed.
Messi. And it's Alexander-Arnold. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. And this is Luis Suarez. He's got away. That has been slung wide. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Engages and forces him off the ball. It's played through for him.
That was lovely, that.
He has found the way through. Ahead by 3, but they won't want to take their foot off the pedal. Into the last 5 minutes. Now, can they get him away? Oh, that pass isn't the best. Reinders. Now that's well seen too. Alexander-Arnold.
Has been indicated.
Messi. Foden. And that's that. Botafogo pretty much in utopia, imposing themselves in the manner they wanted right from the start. A show all about one side's remorselessness, ruthlessness, relentlessness. Luis Suarez voted man of the match, and deservedly so. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
نوي حق مصوت كنا نوعله بزح كم زو باس نوعله فتان تخوين نبر نوي حد صوت نوي باس ما زو تحت خوينس كنا وي حد باس تيكي تاك صوت الله دي ويس كاتو أنا نعصر شو مثلا زي حبنا تسعيرك هم ولا سعيرة كنا تسعيرة أتهم كابتن ديفيجن كصعد كم زبالكم ما صباح ويكالي معلتم صعد كريان دابيتو ويس خطر ينمش كم قرنا نصعد هذا رأيه ما حنتي بلا لونت مسمر حنتي بلا طوي زخانة مسمر رأيه زيبو حيلو بونت نزل مسمر زي كوداني وزح تأتي اللي بمعخل عم هنقف اوه رأيه مع ميسي جارزوبي سواريز كرايف نيمار 200 شعات مسمع سمسنا أبزمنا بارسا دي سأل يا ابن أخي سأل خايف أولا فلا رهيب حمد أخي قبرني مسمار ينبارك ولا حاني قال لي أمس برتعت ولا كله وزح هيك ألواني مثلا قل مسمار ما في حاجة وين هيك موبايل وين هيك مسمار رو ستارت
Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Against Portugal.
Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So it's away we go then.
Peter, we're about to see how good Lilian Thuram is. Besides being physically imposing and quick, he's very intelligent and usually...
He's gone for goal! Xavi Alonso. Oh, that's ambitious. And here's Suarez. And this is Hullet. He's got away. Goes for a shot! Oh, and that is really good tenacity.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Botafogo have the chance to go the other way. Oh, nicely intercepted. And here's Bale. Deftly away. Now it's Van Basten. No, that's been intercepted. A probing pass. Nicely worked. Oh, can he get onto this? And he cuts out the supply. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, super ball! Messi! Goal! Portugal! There is the breakthrough! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
Portugal have broken through. It's 1-0.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Bale was ultimately thwarted there, but it took a few of them to stop him.
Well, I think it's good he took the opportunity to run at that back line. I'm sure it won't deter him either.
Now it's Van Basten. Scholes is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack. Botafogo certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Now it's Messi. No, not quite on the same wavelength. Robertson. And it's Xabi Alonso. Thinks about the shots, takes a shot! Really well taken goal. They have done it! They have their equaliser!
Well, I always thought they had it in them, Peter. They upped the quality as needed, and once they got going, they were awfully hard to stop.
There was to be only one outcome.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
Botafogo grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. So your views on the first half?
Well, I don't think either side will have too much to complain about or worry about, Peter. 1-1 is a fair reflection of the game so far. So it'll be fascinating to see how both teams go about trying to establish a little more control in this second half.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break. And we're already back up and running after half-time. That's been cut out, well played. It looked as though that might lead to something quite promising, but it turned out that that was not the case.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
That's an imaginative pass. Now, what about a counter-attack? Pull it. That's a nicely shaped ball. Khan gets his hands on it, and the danger is averted. For a moment, you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Luis Suarez. pull it. Looking for options for movement. Now, can he find a finish? Oh, he's been caught on it here. That's really well manoeuvred. Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Bale. De Bruyne. Plays a sharp little ball here. Defending of the desperate variety.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Now it's Luis Suarez, and this is Messi. And Messi! Goal at his mercy, and somehow he's missed it.
It's a very watchable game, isn't it? Any goal from here could well be the winner.
Looking for the run. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Great vision. Timber makes the interception. De Bruyne. Tries to play it through. Oh, that was vital.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
And that's that. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Well, neither side could get over the line here. Perhaps
Guys, let's play 1v1. Let's play. Okay, wait, bro. Wait. I start division match.
Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. So we're up and running. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Yeah, Marc-Andre ter Stegen. He's got everything you'd want from a top-level keeper. Great shot stopping, but also a very cool head and a good organiser. What's more, he's very happy to play sweeper-keeper behind that defence, mopping up loose balls before picking a pass and get his team on the front foot again.
Yeah, I'd have picked him too. No doubt the fans feel much the same way. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Well, that's down to
Mohamed Salah! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And that is as far as they're going to go. That is ended up in no man's land. Plays a sharp little ball here. And that has been clubbed away. Scholes. And it's made its way to him. Botafogo still without a single shot on target. Scholes. Oh, good ball, and the shot! And it's a goal!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Substitution on the field. Number 21, Ronaldinho. Coming on the
So
field
time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. So the first goal of the game.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Played out to the right. Rijkaard is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Out to the right. Timber is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Khan punts it upfield. That is good alertness. And it's Scholes. Looking for options for movement. Mohamed Salah. And again they run up against stubborn defending.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Oh, can he get onto this? No, it's come to nothing. There's the whistle for half-time. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
Well, let's not beat about the bush, Peter. It's been fairly flat, and the support have had little to cheer about, so an awful lot of questions have got to be asked, and the answers need to be found in a hurry.
Substitutions taking place.
بس مسمر
So off we go once more.
Well, I think in these circumstances it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as possible, but without leaving yourself too open.
Neymar, that's been slipped through. Good read, needed to be. He can get that clear. Mohamed Salah has found the net here, of course. It's a pretty loose pass. And that's put paid to a promising move. Still no way through. The defending here is resolute. That's great defensive work. It doesn't take too much imagination to guess what would have happened otherwise.
Oh, look, his determination.
It's goals! Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's hard to argue with the scoreline when you carry so little threat.
Now it's Mohamed Salah. Lovely pass, but big chance! Sticks it away! And there's the goal they've been looking for. It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
Substitution on the field. Number 4, El Haj Diouf.
Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. So that's 2 now without reply.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
Scholes, nicely shaped ball, pass somewhat off target. Botafogo do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. Nicely weighted ball. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Into the last quarter of an hour. Rijkaard. And it's Scholes.
Botafogo seem happy to bash their heads against the brick wall, Peter. That central route forward is just a no-go zone.
And it's Van Basten. Now it's Luis Suarez. It's a really well-measured ball. Looking to go... A header! Oh, what a... In he goes again! And another try! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
He's never the type to turn down a challenge, is he? Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
He's going for goal! Oh no, that could be a costly miss.
Well, at least they're showing some positive intent now, Peter. That's the sort of urgency that's required when you do go behind.
Well, he has slightly undercooked that one.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And he welcomes it in.
Has been indicated.
Great ball, and he's in here. Shoots! And it's there!
Mana isi
And the lead is
dia kemana?
extended still further. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
That's that, the end. A tale of two teams, one irresistible, unstoppable, the other fragile and seemingly clueless.
قبل تمسيه بمسؤول بلا أتواني أتامه وسيان عليك رحبة فرج زودي زوزر شو let's play bro بحق مسمر كنا تبزي حلو كما يستنى مسمر جامر دعبي لكم يفازن لو فت أنسي صوته كاس لا كقله أتعلو دي تودس سوكا أتين له مزي أبزي حشالة مجها ولا يسعر سبزي حشاني بولاتنا بحق فتن كان يركا يفزز يكو كم زمر زي كواسي أو هو رسيل شال يفزز كمان مخرج داك ده حانيكم لما أنتوا ولا سعره تسعيره قل مفتن كان يركا بس أنا يزود كذا رأينا يزود دي صبغنا خير على فيديو كمان راح يصير رأي لي أنا ده إنزل ديفيجن كحملنا يقول نربع أنت بتها أنت كونت قط على 8 تسعير
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and this is Jim Beglin, on board.
Well, thanks, Peter. There's a great sense of anticipation in this stadium. I've been hit by it too.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Who do you, Jim, see making the difference here?
Yeah, Mohamed Salah. And it's mainly because of his frightening pace. He's a huge threat when he's running at defenders, but he's also proved in recent times that he's a top-class finisher.
And he's had a hit! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And we have our very first corner. Timber is there, and he can get that clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. He's picked his way through. Luis Suarez drilled in low.
Okay, it didn't quite come off. The execution, I think, needs...
Oh, that's ambitious. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Scholes with the cross. Thuram getting this one clear. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Now it's Pelé. Vieira. Botafogo trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in...
Shoots! Goal! Botafogo! And Botafogo are in front. He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Not even a hint of hesitation. That is such a cool finish.
Guys, subscribe.
Botafogo have fired themselves in front.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Cannavaro. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Mohamed Salah is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Picked out brilliantly. De Bruyne. Van Basten. And it's Van Basten. Now it's Luis Suarez. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Real chance! And it's in! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
Yeah, it's simply tragic defending when a renowned finisher is ignored. It's how he built his reputation.
It's Pelé! They want to be quick to recover this. Played in deep.
That's just playing it safe and simple. That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Into the final 5 minutes of the first half. Zola. Pelé. Nicely weighted ball. Cleared without complication. And he's picked it up out wide. That is lovely.
Has been indicated.
Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And there's the end of the first half. What have we learned from the first
Ano
45
ako
minutes?
pakai SI ko sa nila.
Really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the
Saya
same
kayak sama anu di Nogrong
intent
sana.
after the break, the same purpose again.
Botafogo go in at half-time on a comfortable 2-goal cushion. And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half. Vieira. Can he spark a counter here? Saliba cuts it out. And he's opted for the long pass. Cannavaro. Botafogo looking to pass their way through. De Bruyne. And he cuts out the supply. Zola. Now he's got space here. Davids. Botafogo are 2 up early in the second half. And this is Mohamed Salah. Tries a shot! Oh, nearly, but not quite.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part.
Looking for a runner. Turan. Davids. Looking for the run. And this is Mohamed Salah. He's found a way through. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well, that has not gone well. Cannavaro. It's not an especially good pass, that. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
And he's gone backward here. Big chance! Kevin De Bruyne! The man is an artist! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. You don't keep those out. He knew, he just knew.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. And here's Eze. Eze will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. The ball is loose and the chase is on. Saliba. And it's Neymar. Now it's Pelé. Pelé. Not the most. Could be danger here. There's the shot. Oh, good-looking ball. Botafogo are closing in on a comfortable win. Pelé. And it's Eze. Eze! Eze out of this world! He's got himself an absolute peach. That is a diamond of a goal. The planning immaculate, the execution brilliant.
Oh, give me this every week. The technical ability was superb, and you can see he meant every bit of this.
Botafogo give themselves a fighting chance, back in with a shout. Davids. Eze. Pelé. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Into a minimum of 4 minutes additional time. Eze. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that's it. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination and occasionally magic. Simply, they had all the...
Yeah, Khorasan ግን የኔ ነው። ለማንም አልሰጠውም። ከሱልጣን ፊት ነው ያለው ወንድሜ። አንተ የኔ ሱልጣን አይደለም።
ተናድጉ ማዶ
አንተ ዝም ብለህ
ሰውን ያለም ጻፍ
እርባና ቢስ ነህ። ነኝ በእርግጥም ሆናለሁ። ማወቅ እና ማተግበር ይኖርብሃል። አንተ ይህንን ነገር ተቀብለህ ካላደረከው ወይም ካልፈጸምከው ለዚህ ዋጋ ትከፍላለህ። እንዴት አባቱ ነው እንጂ የምታወራኝ? አፓስላም
አብላይ
Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Cheers, Peter. It's a privilege to be here. It really is.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
If you're just joining us, we are already on the way.
That's an imaginative pass. Now it's De Bruyne.
Here's a guy that qualifies as one of the best defensive midfielders to ever play the game.
Patrick Vieira, the pillar of strength.
Yeah, aggression, hard tackling, they're the foundations of his game, but he can turn defence into attack very quickly and show his terrific athleticism and real power.
And the pass is intercepted. Davids short changes him with that pass.
Oh look, this is about as tentative as it comes. Hopefully a football match will break out soon.
And here's Son Heung-min. And here's Marmoush. He has a look up. Now it's Luis Suarez. A probing pass. Not the most accurate pass. Davids. And here's Eze. And here's Son Heung-min. Oh, that's neat. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Botafogo look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
That has been knocked clear. De Bruyne conjures time and space where few can. And here's Marmoush. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Couldn't squeeze it through. And anyone who's joined us late, I can confirm that in terms of goals, at least you've missed nothing. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
Eze takes control of it and he's on the move. And this is Marmoush. De Bruyne. Scholes. And there's green grass ahead of him.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And we've reached half-time. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Where do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, it's been nothing but frustration, really, Peter. I think the team as a whole has to take more risks, but they really need to up their quality too.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. So we're just settling back into this second half.
Botafogo really are going to need to improve in a hurry if they don't want to fall behind here. Upping the intensity and the tempo will be their starting point.
And it's Van Basten. Timber. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Can he get it through? Spread neatly. He's found a way through. Eze opts to play it back. Vieira. Luis Suarez, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Ambitious ball here. Cannavaro gets across to intercept that. Very little to report from an attacking perspective. Jim, it's a cagey old game.
Well, I think it's a fair reflection on what we've seen so far. Neither side has produced that many efforts at goal simply because respective defences have been strong.
Nicely. Oh, he's been caught on it here! Luis Suarez. Tries to play it through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And it's Robertson. Cross from Robertson. Dealt with nicely by the defence. Son Heung-min. Eze goes steaming forward. Looking for the run. And he's in on goal. He's had a shot! It's there! Finally the breakthrough!
Well, you can see what it means to all of them. A frustrating game, but now they have what they wanted, and they're rightly pumped and ready to go again.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Substitution for Botafogo. Number 8, De Bruyne. Number 12,
Botafogo choosing to make the first change. So a couple of front-footed alterations here, a pair of forwards entering the field.
Well, it looks like he's playing his trump card. That'll inject a lot of energy up front.
So we have the first goal.
Look, you can't deny that it's a blow, but this game is far from unsatisfactory.
Marmouche! And that would have been game, set and match.
Well, the keeper spared a few blushes here. Going 2 down at this stage would have made it an awful long way back.
Botafogo with the corner, they're first.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
And claimed it back swiftly. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, that's nice. That's a sharp pass.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Davids. And it's Vieira.
2 added minutes.
Looking to play him in. Lovely ball and a real chance now. Xavi Alonso. Played into space. Well seen. And that will be it. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that.
Unlucky
Your
lads.
final thoughts, Jim?
space كده.
Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be.
I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on.
And as you can see, we've already started here. Now it's Luis Suarez. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example.
Well timed, excellent interception. Tries to play it through.
So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Well, Peter, I think we'll see a lot of this guy, Eze. If he plays on the left, he loves to cut in on his stronger foot. But unlike a lot of wingers, he's happy to drop that bit deeper and dictate the play from central midfield too. I think it makes him a much better all-round player.
I'm thinking the same. He will be a central feature, no doubt.
Davids. Knocks it into space.
And that could set him on his way. Danger averted for now. No foul, says the referee. Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
Yeah, listen, we often get critical of a forward's tackle, but that was squeaky clean.
He steps in, and that's the end of that.
Luis Suarez. Neymar. Neymar! Another special Neymar moment! He's got himself an absolute peach. And Botafogo are in front.
Beautiful, just beautiful. The joy of the moment.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
So the first moment of real significance.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Eze.
Gets a good foot in there. 30 minutes gone.
Looking to play him in.
And it's Neymar. It's Neymar! That's a half-decent try.
Neymar has taken on too much there. That isn't one of the areas he thrives on.
Neatly clipped into space. Oh, he's put a shade too much on that.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Neymar.
Well, I'm not quite sure he needed to hold up play quite as much as he did then. A couple of his teammates were very annoyed.
For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. And the first 45 minutes are up. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
And a fantastic
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps, that's not too much to ask.
Botafogo, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up.
Ivan, do you want to play?
substitution.
That gets things going for the second half. Botafogo carrying a one-goal lead. Mohamed Salah. Van Basten in the hunt and looking threatening. He's shifting through the gears here. And he's cleared it out of harm's way.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Botafogo are looking to go forward now. And the keeper's got it again. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Now that looks a decent ball. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, this lead is beginning to look a little delicate. I'd rather see them show the ambition and adventure to go further ahead. But it seems as if they've settled for a riskier approach now to defend this.
Gives it back. He's in a good position. Chance for a shot! It is a fantastic goal! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order! Botafogo back on level terms!
The goal scorer for Botafogo.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Can he get it through? Pele is sporting a guilty look after that.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Thinks one through. That's a decent clearance. Alonso has a look and plays it forward. Vieira. It's a searching pass. There's no flat. He's going for goal! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
So here comes a substitution.
Well, for me, this was the obvious substitution. He'd become just a little jaded, and As a result of that, he was most likely to make a mistake. I think sometimes when the body becomes tired, the brain goes with it, and I think that's happened in this case.
Nice try, but he wasn't buying it.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Oh, shooting chance! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Neymar really should be making an apology. That longer range pass gave him a golden chance then.
Van der Ven kept his eye on it, and he's there. Well, he's hit it long, but astray. Van der Ven gets across to intercept that. Van Dijk calmly anticipates.
Well, that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to...
Goes for a shot! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Substitutions taking place.
Well, in my opinion, set pieces are 50-50 moments, and this is a rather big one, and it all depends on the service.
And it's Robertson.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Looking for options for movement. It's a face-to-face, decent chance! Oh, it's in! And that has raised the roof! That is so good, such sharp skills, and such a delicious finish.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
That's that, the end. Botafogo played more than a part in what has been a very exciting game. A game that began so promisingly from their perspective, but they are leaving here feeling utterly deflated.
Good game, bro. Good game. Let's play last match. Let's play, bro. Good game, bro. Good game. Add me, bro. Add. Okay, bro.
ናይ ኦጉዝ ዘር ዘለም ትርካዊ
برو
ካብ ኩኒ ቦታ ዝመፅኹ
اسمع اكونت
ወዲ ቻግረን
اديس الله يستر.
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable.
Against Barcelona.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And we're underway. When you think great defenders, you've got to think Cannavaro.
Yeah, well, they don't come much better or bigger in stature. His qualities are obvious, but his winning mentality...
And Batistuta! Marvellous goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
And that really is so impressive.
Oh, that's wonderful to see. The run was explosive, the finish exquisite.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And this is Van Basten. Scholes. And here's Suarez. Played out to the right. Driving on and making good progress.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Saliba defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
And here's Perez. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Perez. He's had a shot! It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Roll! Just not quite happening for him just now.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count. There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Absolutely, they're certainly not as big as those trying to stop them. It's their second corner of the game. They've played it short, and this is Raul. Oh, what Batistuta! And that was probably asking just too much.
Yeah, it didn't come off, but still very good quick thinking on his part. Botafogo are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
And that pass just didn't quite work. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so. That could spell trouble. And he's managed to get free.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
Raul.
Botafogo certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
He has found the way. It's Perez! Oh, it's fallen kindly here. No, not quite.
Hunes clearly knew where that was falling. He'll be disappointed he didn't put it away.
Now that's well seen too. Perez. Batistuta. He's found the way through. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Xavi Alonso. And the first half is done. A very combative, competitive half with just the one decisive moment. It's been compelling stuff.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
And hostilities have resumed at the start of the second half.
Botafogo can really do with some bigger names standing up here. At times they didn't even look as if they knew what they were doing.
Can he finish? They've done it! Two to the good, and they are purring, absolutely purring.
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
The turning of the screw comes to mind, Peter. They've got them where they want them.
De Bruyne gets a foot in here. Now it's Luis Suarez.
Look, they've had their chance to regroup and rethink. Now they've got to stir a revival.
Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Perez. Looking for the run. And that is expertly dealt with. Oh, good read. Scores! Just a whisker away. Possession football, Jim, we're seeing plenty of it. What is it, though, that really makes it work?
Well, for me, what makes it work is the fact that everyone in this team has the courage to show for the ball. You can't shy away from it. You can't hide. You have to front up in a setup like this, and everyone...
Oh, he's having a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are cruising away! Hoeneß at his razor-sharp best there.
Listen, he would have been advised.
And that's it. Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
And a quick reminder today, everybody, to make sure to put any litter in the bins provided. Thank you for your cooperation.